What is up? What's up, everybody? It's Mark the Mike, and it's another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling. I'm Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And again, like always, we have tons of wrestling to cover. We got a new title on the hand, and a lot of things to talk about. So, first, we go into the wrestling retrospect. It was my pick last week, and I picked the Head Shrinkers. Headshrinkers are a weird tag team, but they were fun. The reason why I think I picked them was we were talking about Samoans and their hard heads on the cast, and that's what got me
Mhm.
thinking of them because they used to like no sell the DDT because their heads were so hard.
Yes, sir.
So that's the reason why I think I picked them because we were talking about that in that general. But yeah, we go to the Head Shrinkers. Fought two, which would end up being Rakishi down the road. And what was the other one name?
I believe it was Seku or Saku.
Saku, which I think is his cousin or brother. I'm not too sure in the family bloodline. Um, let's see, Head Shrinkers. Let's see,
Oh, Samu
Samu.
with an M. Samu. Yeah.
Samu. Oh, yeah, he's related to Roman.
hmm
That's his brother, his little brother, Alpha's little brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so that's how he's
Gotcha.
related. There you go. So yeah, we got those two. That's we're kind of just talking mainly. Well, they had like a second coordination with the Barbarian down the road, but this is the Samoan family that we're kind of talking about. Um, with Rakishi, well, Fatu and him. So we go into those. They were originally managed by Lou Albano and then also Alpha, which were they were freaking hilarious. And he eating me a big piece of chicken, always eating something, always like feeding them while in mid match and shit to make sure they have their nutrition up and shit. It's great. It's great stuff.
hmm
So my first match of theirs, I'm gonna go and this was part of Survivor Series, '93, and it's your boys. It's Bam Bam and Bastion. It's Head Shrinkers, Bastion Booger, and Bam Bam Bigelow versus the Bushwhackers and Men on the Mission. And
What?
Men on the Mission.
Wow.
There's not a lot to say about that. And just watch the match. It's hilarious and so character driven, and you gotta give also Bushwhackers credits for getting so like they get the crowd going. Man on the Mission actually got the crowd going too. It was so easy to get the crowd going back in the day. Now everyone is like judging things, so it was nice to see just baby faces being babyface and heels being heels, and it was a fun matchup. Bastion Booger and Bam Bam Bigelow took out Donk the Clown, so he was kind of their manager. He's the one that built the team of the
Uh,
Bushwhackers and Man on the Mission, and they all came out with Doink the Clown mask.
oh my goodness. That
It's
sounds ridiculous.
hilarious.
Okay.
It's hilarious. You know how to watch it. I think that was one of the first matches I sent you.
Okay. All right. The first one I picked, speaking of character driven, was El Matador, Tito Santana, and Virgil versus the Head Shrinkers.
That's just a random. See, this is when we talk about the random ass tag team. That's a random ass tag team.
Mm, Yes and no. I think it has something to do with Money Inc. at the time, and I
Okay.
think both of those guys were arch rivals to Money Inc. Because I think I'm not 100% sure, but judging by the reactions to Virgil and also the match, it says January 4th, 1993.
Yes.
The YouTube channel is Monsoon Classic. So, also yes, Monsoon and the Brain on commentary, and the Brain is ruthless. God, I missed
Brain
Bobby
was
when he was
fucking
on.
excellent.
Yeah, he was just
Brain.
the little snipes that he had was like, man, why he say that? That's so damn. They gotta owe him money. Um,
Yeah, they did.
Actually, he probably did. But the funny thing I just wanted to note was, love him or hate him, when the meat sauce man got in the ring, they was going crazy for Virgil. That's all I
Yeah.
got. I don't. I was gonna say, Merc. I don't know if they were using the fake crowd noise back in the day, but man, when Virgil got in the ring, the freaking rafters came off. I was like, what happened?
You know, like back in the day, I think it was easier for a baby face to be a baby face because I think the crowd kind of knew, good guys you cheer, bad guys you boo.
Yeah, I think they were also happy for an emancipated slave because I think
Yeah,
I think that was kind of the time period where Virgil was no longer the slave of the $1 million man.
wearing red and white stripes.
So this one he had black and white. So that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
not sure, but he's a good guy in this match.
yes,
And I mean, it was just interesting to watch that.
yeah,
Also, Tito Santana, I don't remember much. I remember the pink
yes,
on his boots, and he was a matador. That was it. He was a solid wrestler,
yeah,
but man, was he just a solid wrestler, and that's about it. That's all.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's about it.
He had,
Also,
yeah,
another highlight for this match, I would just say the what we call today the Uso splash.
yes,
They got him.
yep.
That's how they finished.
Um, we go to 1993, and the stage is WrestleMania 9, and this is the first time. This is kind of like the first time the Steiner brothers kind of like had a very competitive match,
Hmm.
and this was the Steiner brothers versus the Head Shrinkers for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Um, it's crazy. It's just to see like these big guys work together. Like, well, not Steiners are not that big, but they're wide. But it was a classic tag team matchup. The Steiner brothers won their first tag team titles off of it, and they were just being built with a bunch of jobbers. So this was like the first time they actually really fought a competitive tag team, and you actually see them work with people around their size. I like the no sells of the headbutts, and like the Steiner brothers kind of were no selling as well, so they were just headbutting each other at points, and it was just retarded and a fun match. So yeah, WrestleMania 9, Head Shrinkers versus Steiners.
And the second one I picked was Kamala and Jim Duggan
I had a feeling he was gonna
versus
pick that
the
one.
Headshrinkers.
Yeah,
Well, it's I saw Jim Duggan and I was like, Kamala of all people? I
yeah,
don't remember this tag team. Mm.
yeah. Kamala was babyface for a second, not for long, but he was a babyface for a second.
I didn't think he could ever be on a tag team with somebody that wasn't with Harvey Whippleman or the Masked Man or whoever that guy was.
Yeah,
Uh, I I was very surprised. This match is actually pretty funny because this again I think Alpha was on something. He was eating some grass, and I think at one point Monsoon saw him and they made fun of him. I said, I think there's some pesticides in the grass he was eating because he's acting extra loopy. And yes, he was. He was going nuts, and he was like 50% of the enjoyment of this match. The other 25 was Hacksaw, and the other 25 was Kamala. And Kamala did a kick to like the throat of one of the head shrinkers. It was just like, how he get his leg up there? How he get his leg up there? And then it also has one of the funniest, I guess you would call it a cell I've ever seen. Is Kamala trying to do the thing where you go to the ropes of the competitor and bounce off and get hit in the back, right?
yeah,
That's kind of a trope at this point.
yeah.
But he looked like he slipped on a banana peel when he got kicked in the back. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I wish I could clip that and send it to you. It's so good. Um, this match was hilarious. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
There is no date, but if you want to watch the match, it is on Mr. Wrestling 1995 YouTube.
yeah. I'll definitely check it out. My last one is I just had it up. Oh damn it, where did I put it? Oh, this was a weird one. So this one was uh, this was two heels versus heels, and this was they don't have the date on the YouTube channel, but I'm thinking it's around 92, 93, because that's when they got kind of debuted. But this is for not a title match. I think it was for like superstars, but it was two heels versus heels versus heels. It was Head Shrinkers versus the Quebecers, and it was a lot of technician. Quebecers are like they're Canadian, so they all kind of do that Canadian technician, this crabman style. But it's also seeing the Head Shrinkers kind of getting cheered on their side because no one likes the Quebecers, but they like the Head Shrinkers instead. And they also doing some heel shit, but actually getting the crowd to react to them and actually cheer for them, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, good match and fun to watch. And it was again, Alpha does some crazy shit out the ring, and it always makes me laugh.
And my last one, I have the Head Shrinkers versus Well Done, which was, I think the story is they were two jobbers who were actually doing well and they beat other jabronis. So then they got noticed and they ended up with a tag title shot. But they were also, I believe, maybe just for this part. I'm not sure because again, this is July 17th, 94. I don't remember, but they were managed by Harvey Whippleman,
Harvey Whippleman. Okay.
and their outfit was like the Steiners, but with thongs. Like the outfits looked like the Steiner brothers, except on the front and back,
Oh
it
no.
had red thongs, like it's like sewn in, but it was more like a design of red. Because I think they were supposed to be like exotic
No,
dancers.
yeah, they were actually trying to make them something. They weren't jobbers. They were trying to build those characters up, and I
So
think
I
one
don't
of
know
them
what
got
they
hurt.
were. I don't know what they were, and I guess that's if that's the case, then I guess it's a shame because this match was good.
Yeah,
Like all the ones I saw, this was like the most competitive match. This was those guys well done. Actually got like some offense in and stuff. And I saw one of them do like this spinning leg kick
yeah.
to the corner. Like it was mean. Like it was a good ass match. I recommend it just to see the head shrinkers actually have to fight.
Their outfits were
So there you
stupid.
go. It's pretty good.
Their outfits were
Um,
stupid.
yeah, the outfits are dumb. Yeah, but they was pretty damn good. That surprised me.
Yeah,
Uh,
they were
I
known
wonder
as the
if the
Southern
guy
Rockers.
I wonder if the guy Dunn of Well Done is related to the guy that works at WWE. I
Rex
wonder.
King and Steven Dahl. Those are their names.
Oh, that's their real names. I got you. I got you. So, it was a
Timothy
good match.
Rowe. Yeah, they both
The head
wrestled in
shrinkers.
Pacific North Wrestling, United States
Oh,
Wrestling
okay.
Association, and World Wrestling Council.
Okay.
Memphis, a couple Memphis guys.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
One died
Yeah.
in 2017.
R.I.P. They were pretty good. Even from the little bit I saw, they're pretty good. And then also, they this is the match I saw the guy hit uh Fatu with the running DDT, and
Oh,
he
okay.
just bounces back.
Yeah.
And then you hear Vince on commentary explain the entire their thicker cranium.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Them big ass
Oh,
heads. I told
Vince.
you, man. I told you.
No.
I told you.
Vince,
It's history.
You savage. That's all I have to say. Durag Vince was always there. He was just waiting in the wings. That's
Cause
all I have to say.
they used to like put throw their heads on the turnbuckles too, and they used to no sell that either too.
Yeah, and Virgil tried to headbutt one and knocked himself out.
There you
So
go. Like
it's,
I
it's
remember
always.
Brett doing that to Fatu, and he fucking rubbed his head, and Brett used to headbutt people all the time.
Mm-mm,
They sold them
mm-mm.
heads. Them heads are humongous.
All I'm saying is Vince is a savage. He's the real savage.
Ooh yeah.
So that's it.
Before we get into the week of wrestling, um, this is just a random thing because I saw the figure and it made me laugh because it looks like Tommy's friend that he does the podcast with. So I kind of want to see if I can find a cheap version of the What Up Mach Elite because
And
it
what's
looks
that
like his
from?
friend.
Who made that?
Huh?
I said, who made that?
WWE Elite. They have the What Up Mach when he was managed with Medusa, Gorgeous George, and Molly Holly.
Oh, okay.
Remember when
Okay.
he used to have the macho on his shirt and he was like
No, I remember the Macho
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
but I don't. I never saw the figure.
So the figure, I was looking. So I was looking at the Major Wrestling Figure podcast page, and the dude had his Macho Man's up, and he had that one in the middle. And I'm looking at him like, yo, he looks like fucking Tommy's friend. So I sent Tommy the picture, and then he sees it. He's like, yo, he's like, that is him. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna like customize this shit and give it if I can find it cheap. I ain't fucking paying. It's a little pricey figure. It's like $60 right now.
Hmm.
I'll try to find it cheap. But it's the What Up Macho. It was the WWE Elite one. He had one on the Hasbro, not Hasbro, Toy Biz as well. All right, weekend wrestling. It was just some random shit. We go to Monday Night Raw and we kick off with Cody Rhodes opens Raw and wants to fight.
Why? That's all I gotta say. Why? Did he learn his lesson the last time?
Yeah, and then Finn Balor comes out and he challenged him. So we got a match for later on Finn Balor and Cody Rhodes.
I'm kind of disappointed they didn't. Finn wasn't still getting on him for throwing up finger signs and stuff. I'm just saying. Talked about that last time.
But I thought it was a good. I liked I didn't mind the promo and I didn't like the back and forth between Judgment Day, well Finn Balor and him. So it was cool.
Hmm.
We go to the Bloodline versus Latino World Order. They got a new theme too.
I mean, they should. I hope they. I hope
Still
they
lost
start
though.
winning more. I hope they start winning more.
Have they won a match yet?
I believe they won. Didn't they have like a 6 man and they won?
Yeah, I think they won the 6 man.
So multi-mans, yeah. How about they win a tag team match?
It was a very good match though, but Solo Sikoa nailed Del Toro with the spike, and the Usos finished it with the 1D. Very good tag team, action packed tag team. Remember if you watched them in NXT, they're very high flying and they could do a lot of crazy stuff. And I think they meshed well together. It was a good match. Um, Next match, we got the Street Profits versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin.
Now, how long has it been since Shelton Benjamin and uh, Cedric has been on Raw? Like it's been a minute.
It's been a while. They've been on main event a few times though.
I got you. Okay.
But the match was short. It did its thing.
Yes, they lost again.
Yeah,
Because the Street Profits are up. That's basically what it is.
and they want to smoke.
No, they just didn't. They ain't gonna lose. The Street
um,
Profits are up, and they ain't gonna lose.
yeah. So the next thing we got Triple H coming out and he had an announcement to make and he goes into the ring and he speaks that seeing that Roman Reigns has a clause in his contract that he don't have to show up every time he want. He can show up pretty much for any time he wants, kind of thing. So the winner, so pretty much during the draft, wherever Roman Reigns lines up, the opposite show is going to get the new World Heavyweight Championship,
Hmm.
and it will be crowned at Night of Champions. I said on SmackDown it will be a tournament from SmackDown and Raw people. So the winner of the belt, if they're on SmackDown, they are on Raw now, and that's how it's gonna work.
And we definitely got answers to half that because they did the SmackDown draft on Friday.
Yes. And who is number one? Surprise, surprise. Number one in everyone's hearts, Roman Reigns. What do you think of the belt?
It looks okay. It looks confused, if you ask me. It looks like it wants to be two different things, but it's not ugly. So at least you have that. It's not ugly.
I liked so I looked at the replica belt and I looked at this one. I like this one a lot more than the replica. The replica one, like you really see the black and the WWE like really noticeable. As in this one, it kind of blends in with the gold, or maybe it's the lighting they had. But I thought it blended in pretty well. I like the fact that it looked like Big Goldie. It kind of gave Love to the big Goldie belt. I'm hoping Roman gets a belt as well. Maybe a new, so you don't have to keep calling it Universal, undefeated Universal. You can just call it the undisputed title. Go back to the old school way, and yeah, I'm happy for it. I like that there is a lot of talent that deserve a run, and I know Roman's been killing it as world champ, so I can't really complain about that. But it's nice to get someone else to get that shine. So hopefully we get a tournament. And who would you like to see be the first one to hold that belt?
Why not Finn Balor?
There's a lot of things about that too. A lot of people are saying that the finals of the tournament might be Finn Balor, Seth Rollins again, like for the to introduce that title, and it kind of goes back to the Universal title because they're the ones that introduced that title.
I would just want him to get it because when's the last time he actually had the world title?
Since that match,
Well, there you
and he
go.
lost it that
That's
next day.
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not really just picking favorites. I'm just mean the guy ain't had the title. He ain't had no damn championship ring.
yeah.
He had a nice one in NXT, but that's NXT.
I guess I think the one that everyone's going to look at is Seth Rollins.
I think he should take Roman's belt. I'm just saying that.
Well, we got to find out on Monday to see where he goes.
I think Seth has a way. No matter where he lands, if he wants to take Roman's title, he's gonna find a way to get on his show.
Yeah,
Don't worry. We got some time.
yeah.
You think Roman's losing that belt anytime soon? I don't really
SummerSlam.
think so.
I'll say around SummerSlam.
We got time.
And you also got Money in the Bank too, and that could impact anyone's championship run.
Hmm.
But as we learned from Austin Theory, you could go for the mid card titles as well.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, you don't take that IC title.
I wouldn't waste my time with that. LA Knight needs to go with the US. If he's gonna take a title, then why not take the heavyweight championship?
That is true. So let's see. We also got a 6 women tag. We got the EST, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and Raquel Raquelin. Whatever everyone
McQuellan.
calls it, Raquelin Rodriguez. The tag team champions. They take on the Damage Control. Solid match.
I think once again, what is happening today? Damage control is just getting destroyed. Brick by brick. Also, I saw the side eye from EO during the promo. All I'm saying is brick by brick, damage control is falling apart.
Yep.
But listen, hey, here's a good idea because what I'm seeing is boring me. Could we just let EO win the championship? That would be different
Yeah.
because she's got a championship match coming up, right?
Yeah.
And I think she wanted to fight solo against Bianca on Monday, but Bailey opened her mouth. So
Yep.
could we do something different?
Yeah, because then you'll have Bailey and Dakota on one show, and Io will be on Raw.
Well, unfortunately, I think now doesn't she have to fight for the SmackDown title? I just realized
No,
that.
because she's the number contender. All the draftings start after Backlash. Her
So
title
she can
match is
still
at
win.
Backlash.
She's still gonna have the belt, but she's still gonna be on SmackDown.
No,
She's
if
gonna
she
have
wins
what?
the Raw title, she's going to Raw.
So why is Bianca on SmackDown?
Because she got drafted to SmackDown, but she loses that title. Dakota's going to Raw.
So they're gonna make Rhea
Yeah.
switch belts again?
No, Rhea's staying on SmackDown.
I don't understand how.
She's the SmackDown champion.
So they're gonna have two girls on one show. I'm talking about as of
Right
right
now,
now.
right now,
There's two girls on one show.
Judgment Day hasn't been drafted, so you don't know where they're gonna be at.
I don't think there's gonna be two champions on one show. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because
That'd be
again, if
very
Io
interesting. Also,
loses,
Bianca gave like a speech about liking that belt, so I don't understand why she would change her mind.
I
Because
will.
on Friday she gave a full ass speech
Yeah,
about how special the SmackDown Women's Championship is to her.
yeah, which is the one that Rhea Ripley holds now.
So she's gonna give it to her because that's what they're supposed to do, right?
Well, it
Or
depends on
they're
where
not gonna do
Rhea
that anymore.
Rhea has not been picked on the show yet.
I thought they can't have them both on the same show though.
She has to be picked to a show. She has not been drafted yet.
I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but the eventuality is unless something bad happens to Rhea between today and tomorrow, isn't she gonna be on Raw? Because she can't be
Yes, she
drafted
can.
to an.
Yeah, she can.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I would love to see this. I'd
Yeah.
love to see two girls on
So
one show.
technically, right now, so the way they did the
No.
draft,
I
yeah,
just want to see two champions on one show because that
yeah,
sounds interesting.
yeah.
So we just go with that.
We probably get it like one day, and then the backlash. So the draft, like the roster, doesn't start until after backlash. So everything
Mm-hmm.
that's going
Mm-hmm.
in now is going to go straight to backlash. So I think if Io lines up beating Bianca or beats her, I think Io's going to Raw by herself, and and Bailey and Dakota stay on SmackDown.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
I'm just none of it lines up with what they keep talking about. So we'll see.
let me see. Um, we go to the next thing. Mustafa Ali, he beats Chad Gable and celebrates right after that.
Does that is that like his first win in like
In months.
like the years?
Yeah,
Well, good for him. But that's also because Chad was talking a lot of crap. So
and Otis and Maxine Dupree kind of like distracted.
he needs to drop Otis. Let Otis be free.
See if they get drafted to different shows.
Just let him. Regardless, he needs to let him be free.
Yes.
That would have said. Chad Gable is a future world champion if he can get some footing and stop losing every week.
Yo, there's a tournament coming up.
He's not my pick.
But he can be.
No, he's not my pick.
um, we go
I'll
to
probably pick somebody who wins.
yeah, we go to Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes. Very solid match, and I liked it. Very aggressive match. I liked it. They, I think they have decent chemistry. I wish I had a little bit more time, but they had a main event to go after that, and which was Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio.
It was all right. It was all right. It was solid. I'd like them to have more time. I think maybe one day when one of them has a championship, maybe they'll fight each other again for a championship.
Yeah. I thought it was a solid match, and also build into Bad Bunny coming out with a kendo stick and whooping some ass.
Just messing with people.
Yep.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
So now we got Priest versus Bad Bunny in a Puerto Rican street fight in Backlash. It's
We
cause damn.
also have another part that we didn't talk about almost
Oh yeah,
interrupting Seth Rollins.
that was a good promo. I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
It's a very nice suit that almost had on.
Yeah. So Monday Night Raw, where you give it?
I give it a B plus. I thought it was solid. Some of the stuff I still like. Eh. Also, still the show pre draft, so my complaint still stands. It's the
Yeah.
same like 15 people, 10 people,
Yeah.
maybe 11. I've been seeing for like the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Did they rest after WrestleMania? I think this is the first week Rhea wasn't like there, like front and center.
Yeah.
She probably still had to do something.
Yeah.
Just saying. Just saying.
All right. I'll
Stop
go B
working them into the
plus.
ground.
I'll go with B plus as well. We got NXT Spring Breaking. This was like a little event they did. The family defeat Pretty Deadly and killed them. It's fucked up.
I mean, listen, like I said, Roman Reigns needs somebody to get a job done. Go ask Tony D. That's it.
He'll
He gets
put
it
Sammy and
done.
KO in the trunk.
He gets it done. It is what it is. He gets results. Usos look at Friday. They don't get results. Just saying.
Just saying. You still have draft picks. I know you got connections, Roman. Get them on the bloodline. We go to Braun Breaker defeats Andre Chase. That was an ass whooping.
Yeah, that wasn't really a match. I mean, it was solid, but it was a solid ass whooping, is what it
Yes,
was.
it was a solid ass whooping. We go to Cora Jade defeats Lara Valkyria.
That's actually a pretty good match. They probably need a few more times to get some chemistry with each other, but like if I if I'm correct, this is like the first full ass singles match they had, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully, uh, maybe another match for bigger stakes in the future. We'll see.
Yeah, I felt like there was times they were a little off, but I enjoyed the match, and again maybe one or two more times, like get them reps with each other. I think they will have better chemistry next time they fight. We got Carmelo Hayes defeats Grayson Waller in NXT Championship match.
I mean, not mad. It was a great match. That leg drop on the first of all, let's go kill somebody doing that. That's
Yeah,
all I'm saying. Jumping that far. But anyway, gotta give him credit because Trick didn't really do anything. Just saying.
yeah, it was a clean match for the most
This
part.
was a one on. This was mostly a one on one. You know what I mean? 99.9% one on one. So it
It
was
was
a very very good match.
a very good match. I really enjoyed it. And then Breaker kills Hayes, puts him to a wall.
I mean, he's not happy to see him. He took his championship.
He had it. I'm saying, I'm just saying, Carmelo has had it coming. The ass one was deserved, and anyone says otherwise, is like, if you try to embarrass me like that, yeah, I'm gonna put you to the wall too. Just saying. Josh Briggs and Fallon Henley defeat Brooke Jensen and Kenya James, and he got his heart broken, and his bro was like, "I got you, don't worry."
So who was wrong about anybody? Like, so those guys, those friends, they tried to do all that snooping and stuff, and then the girl turns out and she stands up for the dude anyway. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? They was wrong. They
Yep.
was wrong.
But she
They
left
should
his
have just
ass
let her
out.
cheat.
Yep.
I mean, they won the match, but they should have let her cheat.
Y'all let her cheat. Y'all got titles. Y'all didn't let her cheat, and you know what? Y'all don't got titles.
Hmm. Exactly.
That's what happened. Oba Femi. That's his name? Uba? Uba?
Oh,
Uba
the new guy,
Femi?
yeah, Oba,
Oba
Oba
Femi?
Femi.
Okay.
Hmm.
Versus Oral Mesa. Which he's good, but he died in this
This
match.
young dude. Yep. He fought this big bear looking guy.
Yeah.
Whooped his ass. I mean, but that's a good thing because he's new. At least he looks like he knows what he's doing, and I give him time, and he'll probably be a good big man.
Yeah.
Somebody different.
And then our main event was Indy Hartwell defeats Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship.
But at what cost? At what cost?
Yeah. Draft
Now
night, I
she
saw a
got a
boot.
boot on.
Yeah.
Now she got a boot on her foot. She just won the championship. I'm so sad. I couldn't watch that part of the match because I knew what happened before. So.
So one thing I'll give credit is the fact she finished the match. She lined up, was
Hmm.
able to pin, take the win, and things like that. They already had plans for I think Tiffany to take it, but Indy ran back in. She took her match and she took her title. So now she got drafted. So we don't know where the NXT title is gonna go.
She'll take some time, I guess, for that thing to heal up. But usually what happens is they stand there looking boo boo face, and now that they have to announce that it's just going to be the tournament.
Yep. We're gonna
So,
have Vacant take the title.
yep, just one more time. NXT Women's title vacant once again.
Yeah, this is like the third time this year. That's not good. That is not good. All right. What are you giving NXT?
I'll give it a B plus. That was a very good episode.
I go B. I thought it had some solid things. I'm just happy some of the storylines are over with now, and I'm a little like, why you gotta go kill Pretty Deadly, yo?
They lost a match. I mean, they get results. It is what it is. It doesn't matter if you like them.
I do
They
like them.
gotta die.
Those are my guys. I like those
They
guys.
gotta die.
Yes. All right. We go to AEW Dynamite, and we kick off with Bandito versus Orange Cassidy for the International Championship.
I would just like to point out, I thought the match was great, but I'm just saying he's healing, and this is not a part, not a part of the story. Why was Orange Cassidy not beat up again? All right,
Yeah.
just saying, just saying.
High, high, high,
Nature is healing.
what was the hyodrogenic chamber and shit. He has one of those. He goes in there. He heals.
He trying to tell me he's what, Vegeta?
Yeah.
No, no, Vegeta. He's Goku. Yeah, hyperbolic time chamber. Okay.
All right, I got a question for you, and I think I asked it to Minion too. Why is Jeff Jarrett keep getting damn tag team title shots?
Because he's hilarious. That's he's hilarious. That's why. That's it. That's the only reason. Somebody loves Jeff Jarrett
I
behind the
see.
scenes,
I don't.
and he's hilarious.
Jesus Christ. It's like they just stay in that number one contender spot. They just don't move. Like, nah, we live.
He's back. Slap nuts is back. Slap nuts is back. There you go.
But you got Dax Harwood versus Jeff Jarrett. That was alright match. Jarrett
I
wins.
thought it was solid. It wasn't bad. Like I get that he's not the most. He's not setting the world on fire, Mr. Jarrett, right about now. But I thought him and Dax, they did actually gel pretty well. So I like that.
Um, we go to Warlow in action. Why is he fighting jobbers?
Why is he beating up the Putty Patrol? I don't know.
It's just dumb. He's the
It's
TNT champ.
lazy. It's like it's almost as if they didn't think ahead when he was taking the title back because he has no challengers lined up. There's nobody wants that. It's like they just like, nah, I don't want that belt. Man. That's
Yeah.
cursed, man. It's cursed.
Ah man, like I don't know what the fuck
Nobody
they're
wants to
doing,
fight
man.
for it.
I don't know what the fuck. Oh,
Nobody wants to
Luchasaurus wants
fight
to
for
come
that
out.
belt.
He came out with Christian Cage.
Well, why he ain't just step up? Why did jabronis even get a shot? Like, what happened? I
I
don't.
don't know.
It's just weird.
It's
Why did
annoying.
jabronis even get a shot?
And Arn Anderson's back,
Why?
doing some promos.
That's not fun. I mean, that's not bad. But like, I'm just mad. He beating up putties. You need putties.
All right, why y'all gotta beat up on RJ City? He did nothing to you,
Hey, listen, he be talking real reckless sometimes. Just saying.
assholes. Hurt.
If you watch Hey EW, sometimes he rubs the people the wrong way.
It's innocent.
I'm just they're rustlers. They don't know what that means.
I know Moxley though. He just you look at him wrong, he just wants to fight you.
I mean,
He's just
it
like
is what it is.
that pit bull that's humongous and diesel and just drooling for no reason and just on that big ass chain, just staring at you like he's gonna bite your leg off.
Well,
That's true.
you shouldn't do that steak out there for him.
There you go.
Put that thing away.
We got Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara.
That was solid. I think they are trying to kill each other.
They're not gonna even make it to the match.
That's all I. That's all I gotta say, cause he murdered him halfway through the match when he put him through that table. Jesus.
Yeah. It was alright match. I honestly was like, again, once I start seeing shit that it should not be kicked out on, it's just like, here we go again. But yeah, doing the 690 on the table and it's not a pay per view match, like yo, you're gonna break your neck before you get to the pay per view.
That didn't make me mad. I just pointed it out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna kill him.
Yep, yep.
But it's Darby's character. It's his character. I don't mind.
But he was the
It
one
makes
taking
more
it.
sense with him to get beat up and die in a match than it does for Jungle Boy to rubberneck. That's all I'm saying.
We got Adam Cole called out Chris Jericho. JSA come and attacked him, and then Roderick Strong makes the save.
If only there were four of you,
Well, this
but now there's only two.
yes,
Good to see him.
yes,
Nice and healthy.
yep.
But didn't they say Kyle doesn't? They don't even know if he's gonna wrestle anymore, or at least that's the story that
He's
was
still
told.
he's still hurt right now.
So it's like I want to be happy, but man, there's only two of you.
Yeah,
And
and
Bobby Fish is just he's swimming out there
he
somewhere. I
boxing
don't know
somewhere.
where he's at. Somewhere is just floating around,
Yeah.
just saying, "Where's the lie?" I'm like, all right.
All right. TBS Championship match: Tyler Rockery versus Jay Cargill. I'll let you go first with this.
I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was as bad as some of the most recent matches, though. It's just it's hard to say. I don't feel like this was like a waste of Taya. It's just because, well, I'll put it to a few things that I saw, and I'm like, I kind of agree, but it's just like at some point you can't do Goldberg because the fans aren't all there for Jade like they were there for Goldberg. It's a different time period,
Yeah.
and it's like I feel they've overstayed the streak.
Yeah.
I really do because I feel like some other woman should get a chance to elevate the TNT title, and there's other women that cause look, here's the thing: we could say Jay did a good job of keeping shine on it, right? She's a relatively inexperienced person, but at least she kept eyes on that title. So you don't think it's about time to let somebody with some experience shine the title just a little bit?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So I don't think she should have won this match. I think Ty should have won the match, but whatever.
Yeah. I honestly didn't care
That's
for
how I
this
feel
match
about it.
whatsoever.
I don't.
Um, you gave a Canadian destroyer and you finished the match with a roll up. That's just like it just goes into the show like it just how just the AEW does a lot of things I just don't like, and it's just like so shit like that. Like you had like that match I think could have been better if they just worked with each other and gave it time. I would say blame TV time. They should have kept that waiting for a pay per view. Y'all were building it this long, might as well just wait for the pay per view. But no, you do it now. It was kind of lackluster. It, the ending didn't make sense because you kicked out of a mean, a freaking Canadian destroyer, but the moment you rolled up, you can't get moved for shit. So there was no cheating there either. There was no pulling tights or nothing like that. So there's no leverage or anything like that either. So that kind of really annoyed me. The streak shit that we heard don't make sense because I what bothers me with Goldberg, and this is kind of what's going with Jade, is yeah he had the streak but did not get better, and that's a problem.
True.
And I don't blame her either, but I blame the booking of her. You have talent there. There's a lot of AEW talent that can wrestle. Why don't you have her work with them instead of having these random chicks that come from indies just getting defeated? You honestly, I will trade you right now for the ROH Women's Champion on TV. I will do anything for Athena to be on TV over Jade Cargill because Athena's match has been fucking incredible.
Hmm.
I'm surprised that this is the same product because the ROH match has been really good and then AEW's been kind of shit lately. So it's like I don't know what to do with that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Hmm.
Because
I agree. It's just my one thing is like the time that you're wasting having her with the streak is just like she could be having matches that people would really want to say, "Oh,
yeah,
that was cool," because she could not have the championship, be chasing the title, but actually be wrestling and getting better.
yeah, this
And
whole
instead,
time,
she's not. When she has to have a highlight match, you can still see like, oh man, she's been fighting putties all this time.
yeah, pretty much.
So it's just like it's not entertaining at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's my main problem with it. Like the match, it couldn't like the Murky's how you say you didn't have any interest in it. It's like it couldn't be a match for you to be interested in because we are here and what has continued to happen with her not fighting people for extended periods of time on a weekly basis. It's what keeps happening.
Yeah.
Until they stop that, they're not gonna get better.
Yep. Um, I would say this also. Like, you had this storyline with Outcast, Jamie Hayter, and stuff all the time, like this whole time. And honestly, if you really wanted to really highlight and like have two champions, you could have easily had Britt Baker go against Jade.
I guess. I guess.
Like, if you wanted her separate from Jamie Hayter and actually doing let Hayter do her thing, you could have had her focus on the other title.
I can see that. I could
But
definitely see
there's a
that.
lot of things they could do. But I'm just saying, Athena should be on TV over Jade right now
Hmm.
because she be murdering people.
This is true. This is true.
It's crazy because even ROH, I watched Willow wrestle there. She looked more solid there, more comfortable. I saw Sky Blue there, and I don't like her on AEW TV, but on ROH, she's wrestling pretty good in there too. So it's like they have a mix of veterans and things that they're working with, and it looks better. Do
So
that
are
on
they
your
fighting
regular TV.
putties?
No, not all the time.
That well, that's the difference. They're not fighting putties
But why can't we get that on TV? Like
because
I don't.
nobody because the people in charge don't care. That's
Yeah,
why they don't. It's not that the fans don't care. The fans want to see a more highlighted Scott Steiner. He doesn't give a damn.
yeah,
But the fans would like to see more highlighted women's matches, not just promos. Because you'll get 2 to 3 women's promos on AEW Dynamite
yeah.
matches. You will probably get one if you're lucky.
Barely
To,
one.
just saying, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Lately, it has been an Outcast match, or has been a Jade match,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep. Yep. Main event was Kenny Omega and Kosu Kakashita versus Butcher and the Blade.
If it wasn't so predictable, I would say I would liked it. I would have liked it more. It's hard to be invested when this match feels like, well, we're just waiting until the end of the match where they pull it out because there's no way that the home team of Butcher and Blade, which should win something, they're never gonna win.
No, they're not.
So that kind of bums me out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not again. I say that, but the match was solid, and more credit to Butcher and Blade for having such a good match with them. But like, it just bums me out when it's like, man, you guys are like a step above Putty. You look, what was those Power Rangers that had the black on, like the black instead of the white? They look all bootleg.
Oh, look, those are the Evil Rangers. I don't remember their names.
That's what the Butcher and the Blade are. They are the evil Rangers. They are a step above Putties.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Where you give
And then
AEW?
they got stabbed at the end. And then the people who won got stabbed. So
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And then Takashita was like, I don't know what happened. The
Well, he got
Blackpool
stabbed. That's what happened.
Combat Club thanked him.
That's what happened. You got stabbed.
They thanked him. They're like, thank
You
you
didn't
for.
you didn't go home and you got stabbed.
There you go. What do you give AEW?
Uh, might have to give it a C plus, maybe a B minus.
I'm gonna go see. There's things I like story wise, but I think when it comes to execution of the matches, I'm losing interest really fast.
I just don't like that they have such a deep roster and everything still feels so predictable.
Yes.
That's what I don't like. They have the opposite problem that I'm feeling on like Raw and SmackDown, where it's like the same people, but at least the matches aren't 100% predictable. But man, they got 50 to infinitum, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just all them people, and man, I could tell you every match who's gonna win the match. It's like that sucks.
Yep. Every
It's not
week.
like there are some good ones, but man,
Yeah.
that just is a feeling. You know what I mean?
Yep. I
It's like
agree.
it's not great.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see. Yeah, that Jaden tie got me annoyed too. And then and then I watched the one match that Tina had on ROH, and that match was great. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't watch that match, go to ROH or wherever you can find ROH and watch Athena versus that Frost chick for that was an Impact. Very good
Oh,
match.
Lady Frost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very, she did some twisty backflip thing. It was cool.
She opened my eyes to her when she was in the match with Jordan when she did like the corkscrew off of the scaffolding or whatever.
Yes.
Like she crazy. Okay.
We go to Impact. I saw Impact. Did you get to watch Impact this week?
No, I did not.
All right, so I'll just highlight some things to check out because this one is actually women wrestling heavy. We have Slamovich versus Jordan Grace. Grace won, and she's the number one contender now for the title. She's gonna go one on one with Deanna Peraza in the next pay per view coming soon. Um, so we're gonna get those two going at it again. I'll say the other match that was worth watching. You got Nick Aldis back, so he's going for the world title. He kind of had his promo against Stephen McCallan, so that's gonna be interesting. Um, PCO versus Sang. PCO beat him. He's been on a winning streak, so it looks like he's going for the title soon as well. Sammy Callahan can't also saved him through that whole thing. What was the other thing that was worth watching? Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus the Design. Solid. It was a solid tag team match. Ace Austin and Bay retained their titles, and then I'll say the main event was also worth watching. You had the Knockouts World Champion. You had Deanna Purrazzo versus Tag Team World Champion Taylor Wilde. And I thought that match actually was really solid. So definitely check it out. And then Jordan Grace came for the save, and then they had a standoff.
Who saved who?
Jordan Grace saved Deanna Purrazzo from the Tag Team Champions.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
There's a little spoiler that happened because it was on all on news feeds, but we're gonna get the debut of Trin on Impact Wrestling.
What we said?
Naomi.
Oh, okay.
She's in Impact Wrestling. She signed a deal for Impact Wrestling. She debuted on the Chicago tapings, which will probably air starting next Thursday. And then
Okay.
she's also
Okay.
getting her first match the Thursday after that.
Mm, got you. Got you.
And
Okay.
shouts out to
Good stuff.
Mercedes Monet being in the crowd. Also CM Punk being in the crowd. Invited by Naomi or
Good for them.
Trinity.
I hope she has fun in Impact because that is where the big girls play. I'll just put
Yes.
it that way.
I was happy. I'm happy that she signed with them. I think she has opportunity there. She has an opportunity to shine there because they have a good diverse women's division and they actually get TV time. Like
Yeah,
this show
that's
right
true.
here had like 4 women segments and they're all pretty good. So good luck.
Yes, sir. Glad to see her back.
Impact, I'll give a B. A B. It was a solid show.
Hmm.
Go to Friday Night SmackDown, and we kicked off with the draft. Um, so do you want to run through the draft picks first and then go to the show, or do it within the show?
Which one is it easy? Do they have just a list of all the
Yeah, I
picks?
have all of them right now.
I guess we could just go through the list first.
So, full 2023. This is the whole SmackDown part of the draft. They got five, no, 4 rounds. So, no, round one was Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman, the Bloodline. So they left the Usos. Like, fuck them. It's fucked
Hmm.
up.
Hmm.
Sad. Raw got Cody Rhodes. SmackDown got Bianca Belair. Raw got Becky Lynch. Round two was Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. I thought they would actually get split up. Raw got the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Gianni Vinci, the Imperium team. So they got the whole team. SmackDown got Edge. Raw got Matt Riddle. This is the one that RVD announced. Round three was Bobby Lashley to SmackDown. Raw got Drew McIntyre. SmackDown got AJ Styles, Mean Chin, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, and they also made a statement during the show. I was happy to see AJ back.
Mm-hmm.
Raw got The Miz. I kind of wanted him on SmackDown. Um, round four was Bailey Damage Control, all to SmackDown. Nakamura to Raw. SmackDown got the NXT Women's Champions, Elba Fire, and Elsa Dawn. Shawn Michaels looked a little sad about that. And then he saw that Raw got the NXT Women's Champion in the
Looks
Hartwell, and
sad.
he just drew his fucking card. It was like bullshit.
He just looks sad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And
He's
then on
upset.
the ending of the SmackDown Lowdown, that's like their after show, we learned that the Viking Raiders, Dexter Lumis, Kenneth LeRae, Mace and Mansoor, and Maxime
No,
Dupri,
Marseille,
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 Mansoor,
and Mansoir.
Mansoir, Zoe Stark, JD McDougan, Apollo Crews, Natalia, Sonya Deville, and Chelsea Green are all on Monday Night Raw. And SmackDown got Top Dollar, pretty much Hit Row, and Lacey Evans. They just stood in the same show. The free
Mm.
agents of that draft was Omos, Mustafa Ali, and Dolph Ziggler.
Okay.
Disrespect.
Okay.
So now we kick off, and we got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens stood face to face with the Usos before their tag team rematch. Like the promos, like the back and forth. They always have good stuff, so I was happy with that. Our first match was LA Knight versus Butch.
That was a solid match. I was surprised with the outcome of the match because Bush was on a roll.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, he did lose to Gunter, but that's the IC champ. So I wasn't expecting it.
LA Knight's fingers hurt now.
I mean, Bush's head hurts
Yeah.
after getting dropped on it like that.
We got Street Profits defeat Braun Strowman, Ricochet, and LWOs, Joaquin Wild, and Cruz del Toro. I liked the match a lot. It was fun. But
Yes,
again,
sir.
LWO loses again.
They can't catch it. They can't catch it, man.
No, they can't.
They can't catch it.
Um, we go Zelina Vega defeats Sonya Deville. Vega replied to a sneak attack by Rhea Ripley.
I'm mad. Don't treat Sonya like that. Sonya's not an afterthought.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there was a time when Sonya could have been champ. Just saying.
I still think she can.
Anyway,
She needs a row
yeah.
or Money in the Bank, but she could definitely get a champ.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That was a
True.
mean DDT that Zelina caught. No, Rhea takes a mean DDT.
Yes, she does. She looks like she dies every time.
Yes, I thought she died. I was like, is she high? Wake up. She woke up. She was good. AJ Styles and OC brawled and destroyed the Viking Raiders. It was nice to see AJ Styles back. And he's back in the place. He's the face that runs the place.
Did he say that?
That was his SmackDown slogan when he was on SmackDown. He's the face
No,
that
I'm
runs.
just saying. Did he bring that back?
No, he didn't bring it back, but I want
Oh,
him to. And then last but not least, our main event was Owens and Zayn versus the Usos. Very strong match, a very fun match to end SmackDown, and this is the last undraft SmackDown.
but they didn't win.
The Usos did not win, so now they don't know where they're gonna go or where they're gonna be.
In the garbage.
Yep,
Where
yep.
they're supposed to go. You can't. If they say that we did this in the name of the tribal chief and they lost, they gotta go in the garbage.
Dye your
That's
hair
it.
blonde.
It's over.
Change your names.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
You disown. Goodbye.
Um. So what's gonna happen? So next Monday, this Monday, Raw and Friday SmackDown. I think they still running the draft. Or Raw has the draft. SmackDown's a special going to Backlash. So next Monday, that's when we get the full draft rosters into their shows.
Mm-hmm.
So the next part, round two of the draft, is on Monday Night Raw, and there's also select people that are going to be drafted on that show. I think we're gonna get
Where's
more
Brock
picks.
Lesnar going? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, let's see where he's going. Where Seth Rollins going? Who knows? SmackDown, what you give it?
SmackDown, I give it a B plus. I thought it was fine. I thought the draft sucked.
I agree.
I thought that format of just Triple H standing there and somebody else coming out and standing there, it doesn't feel personal. Like nobody has anything invested in it,
No.
and then they don't have the spokesperson or the mascot for the companies. So it just like feels like nobody really cares.
I missed the war. I remember that one year with the Raw War Rooms, and you had the Fox robot, and you had Monday Night Raw people like USA kind of like talk, calling, and see who they want and everything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like
People want that nonsense. Yes, we know that's not real,
yeah,
but
we want it.
it's a wrestling show.
Yeah,
We don't want you standing out there with a suit on looking mad boring.
yeah,
Like how you make RVD put a suit on? Come on, man.
exactly, exactly.
Why?
Also, also like I feel like it's weak because you don't have like the GMs. I think the GMs really sell it too because especially like
Let Corey Graves be a GM. He keeps telling he every week now after the bell he keeps putting it, pleading his case
yeah,
on how he could be a better GM. All right, dueling GMs, him versus Adam Pierce. Let's do it.
yeah. Or you could easily what you could do. Yeah, Adam Pierce, Corey Graves, or Pat McAfee. Have him GM something.
Well, I don't want to take away from Corey Graves. He keeps bringing up the idea.
Yeah, I
So let's
actually
do
wouldn't
it.
mind it. I actually think you would be good at it too.
Let's do it.
But I feel like
Something different because this is whack.
you need the rival GMs, like especially when they going trying to cut each other's throat to get the better people. Like the best one I'll say is when Eric Bischoff had Raw and Stephanie had SmackDown because
I
they were
barely remember
legit
that.
trying to fuck each other's show up.
Yeah, I barely remember that one.
Yeah, that was like one of the highlighted ones, and I think McMahon and Flair was a highlighted one as well. That's when
Uh,
Flair was running Raw.
That's the one with the clip of the Undertaker. That's the one
Yes,
I remember.
yes,
Oh boy,
yeah.
pissed him off.
Yeah, so I again I wish I think they could do better with that in that aspect, but other than that the show was fine. So you had some solid matches and going from there. So I'll go B plus as well.
But I will just say another year of disappointment when it comes to the draft because y'all talk about a big deal. I need you to make the production and everything a big deal. Bring that War Room back because I think that was the best one in years.
With Stephanie, it was Stephanie and Shane
Well,
because that
yeah,
was their first year
I
on
don't.
SmackDown.
No. I said the one with the room with the with the mascot and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
What
that
was
was the
that?
first year of
2 years ago?
SmackDown.
No, the one from like
SmackDown
2 years
Fox.
ago. No. I'm talking about the one in the recent era that they had like the people dressed up in the costumes and the little cubicles and stuff, and they was happy in those rooms. And that was what was that before the pandemic or after the pandemic?
It was before. That was when Shane McMahon was on SmackDown and Brian was GM. They both were co-GMs
And
on SmackDown.
Brian was GM. There
Yes,
you
and
go.
then Stephanie and McFoley was on Raw.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones, and that's when Dean Ambrose was world champion,
Okay.
and they took him
That
first. They took him as the first pick, so WWE was Monday Night Raw was left with no title.
gotcha. Still a good one.
That was a good one. As to this day, and then that SmackDown was fire because then you also have Heath and Rhino with the many kids getting the tag team titles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was a good time for SmackDown. I think that SmackDown was killing it at that time. That was their first year on Fox.
Mm.
That was their first year on
Okay.
Fox. That's what I was trying to
Okay.
explain. Because then they had the Fox robot as the
Yeah, I
in their
remember the
room. Yeah,
Fox Rover.
yeah,
I remember that.
yeah.
But didn't they go against each other before, like years before? Because I don't
They
remember.
done it a few times, but this one was the one that had the
With Shane and Stephanie, right?
yeah
Or did
with Stephanie
was
and
it
Eric Bischoff.
only? So she was never the GM, like against her brother or against Vince.
That was the only time.
The only time.
Well,
Wow.
the invasion she had ECW with Shane, and Shane had WCW. So that was the little rivalry they had there. But that was before the brand split.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like since they've ever had the draft, there only have been the McMahons against each other one time.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
So every other time it was GM replacements.
Yeah, it was Regal at one point with Foley. It was.
Oh
Teddy
wow. Okay.
Long and Foley. It was Regal and someone else. Then it was Shane and Brian versus and Stephanie and Foley. Foley was commissioner a lot.
Mm.
But they had like the and then when Vince McMahon was running it, he it was him and Flair.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah, I missed a lot. I
yeah.
missed a few of those.
All right, we go to AEW Rampage and you got Juice Robinson and Jay White versus Ricky Stark and Shawn Spears.
I did not see Rampage this week. I apologize. I wasn't enthused because I was. You told me it wasn't. It was
The show was
so I was
predictable. The show was predictable as shit.
like,
You know who's gonna win this match?
yes, Juice. And or did they cheat? Or did Ricky win and they cheated?
No, you know who won.
Well, yeah, Switchblade. I'm sure.
um, you have Natural Limits get destroyed by Natural Limits
Who?
for destroy Brad Pierce and Charlie James, and then
Who's the natural limits? Who's that?
that's Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, they have a name.
Yes.
I mean, if they have a name, it could be something. It could
Yeah.
be something. Okay.
And the Swerve's music hits, and the Mogul affiliates come out on the stage, and there's no affiliate, just a step up between them two.
Okay.
It was nothing. Anna Jay versus Ashley Demoise. Demoise.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted more out of her, just but you know what? I feel like they messed their match up because I'll say their match was in total on TV for like less than 5 minutes, and the rest was commercial. So the moment they came back to commercial, Anna Jake like put her in the sleeper.
Damn. Okay. All right.
So I will
All
say
right.
the match wasn't that great because again we didn't get if unless you watched the small picture-in-picture screen, you did not see the match.
Un-
You saw them tie up, and you saw the commercial, and then you saw one gets knocked out.
all right. All right. All right.
You
Damn,
know,
that's messed up.
so I'll say that was the reason why of that match. And then the last match was the Acclaim. Well, no, there was the Acclaim versus Three Jobbers. That lasted like 3 seconds. It was just an ass whooping, and Billy Gunn like did a probably one of the worst finishers I ever seen.
Did he kill a man? Uh-oh.
Nah, he just couldn't get his leg up, and he did it so low. It just looked like he just started try to sit on the guy. Um, and then the
Yeah.
main event was Jay Lethal versus Cash Waller. Cash Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jay Lethal wins, and you know
Okay.
already how I feel about Jeff Jarrett already still having a tag team title match. So the show was alright. It was nothing special. I'll give it a C minus because I felt like they did the girls wrong. They didn't even give them TV time because pretty much again you did watch Picture in Picture, you see a match. If you did not watch that, you got a tie up and you got a sleeper hold,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, C minus. I seen better rampages.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, all right, that's our weekend wrestling. Do you want to do our predictions of Backlash? I think all the matches are up right now. Backlash.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Say that again.
Do you want to do the our predictions of Backlash? Seeing that it's, I think most of the matches are up already.
Is the show what, next week or the week after?
Next week.
Oh, it is next week?
Yes.
I guess so. I guess so.
All right. So we're gonna go. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 matches. Um, let's go. First things first. Let's go with the low card. We got Seth Rollins versus Omos.
Uh, has Omos won one of these shock matches? Nah, he ain't winning this match. Seth Rollins is winning this match.
Okay. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest in a street fight.
If Damian Priest don't kick this man's ass, he has to lead the Judgment Day. I said it. I said it.
I think Bad Bunny's winning just because it's in Puerto Rico. He has the
They both
nation
got
headquarters,
hometown advantage. Come
but
on, you
he's
can't do that.
more of a star there
That
in
don't mean
Rays.
nothing. They
He
both got hometown advantage.
he
It
gonna
don't matter.
hire
It don't mean
people.
if they ain't gonna cheer for the priest. That don't mean he ain't from there. It don't mean he don't feel no pride.
I feel
Come
Priest
on.
is gonna beat his ass, but somehow he's gonna win. I got Bunny winning.
It's probably named Rey Mysterio. That's probably
That evil man with the mask.
deadbeat dad, Rey Mysterio.
Backlash. We got United States champion Austin Theory about to die against Bobby Lashley and Bronson Reed.
I mean, it'd be a nice way to have Bronson win, but I think he's gonna retain.
I have a feeling that he's gonna slip out and somehow, some way, he's gonna win Austin Theory.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, or Bobby Lashley takes the U.S. title because he's on SmackDown now.
I guess. I don't know.
Because Gunther's on Raw.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens.
Yes.
That's not. Well, I mean, that could influence your decision, but like, I don't. I just feel that the evil that is Bronson Reed tsunami is gonna hit somebody. Now,
Yeah.
is that the champ? I don't think so. I think he's gonna flatten Bobby Lashley.
I think he's gonna catch the tsunami and somehow get thrown off.
I mean, theory is strong, but damn.
He gonna get a forklift.
I mean, I would love it if they did that, just as a nod to Yokozuna. Okay.
All right. I got Austin Theory retaining. I think. You know what? I'm gonna go Bobby. I'm gonna go Bobby. Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Io Sky.
I want Io to win the match. I'm sorry, Bianca. Your time is up.
Her time is now. You can't see me. Time is now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Let's go Io. You know what? I'm gonna go Io. I like Io. SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley versus Selena Vega.
I mean, they gonna have to bury her in Puerto Rico, but she ain't beat mommy. Nah, man, she ain't beat mommy.
May the force be with you, Zelina. We love
Yeah,
you, but you gonna die.
she gonna get folded up in half.
And
You got lucky
you
this week.
you poking her with a stick.
Hmm.
You gonna die.
Rhea Ripley is the bear and the bees at the same time. You poke the bear, and the beehives come out. I mean, the bee comes out of the bear. Don't do that.
Matt Riddle and the Undisputed Tag Team Champions versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. Oh, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline. Jimmy J and Solo.
It doesn't matter because they lost. They're in the garbage right now. I think, honestly, I feel like Solo is just gonna like not tag in and just be disappointed on
I
the
think he's just
apron.
gonna walk out.
Yeah, so I have yeah, I just have a
Like Paul
feeling
Heyman's gonna
he's
come out with the phone and tell Solo to leave.
yeah, like I feel like he's done. He's one step away from being done. I think they lost. The Usos lost this. Mm-mm.
And last but not least, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
I think Cody's gonna win.
I think he has to win this match.
I think he's gonna win. I hope it's a great match, but I think he's gonna win.
Yep, yep. All right. Last but not least, podcast we listen to. Shout outs to Major Rich Figure Podcast. I always give them shout out because I listen to their cast. Really good conversations. So definitely check out last week's cast. It was a live. It was like a boozing with the boys live cast. So they were both altered, like kind of drunk when they were doing the cast. It was hilarious. Um, we got. I listened to Austin on Chris Van Vliet. It was like a 12-minute conversation, but I liked it. Um, got FTR, the anxiety episode, and then the live in LA episode. They were both really good listens, so definitely check those out. After the bell, did they have a new episode? I know Liv and Raquel was on. What was that? The last one? Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good conversation.
Yep, that was a good episode.
And Renee Parquette had Kenny King.
Oh, really? Okay, that's crazy.
Yes. That's one of the
The
ones I listen to.
the the one I got to hear this week, I believe it was the latest Jericho, and it has Stokely Hathaway.
Oh, cool.
Is it good? Oh.
Good.
Hmm.
I gotta listen to that. I haven't meant to listen to that. I didn't listen to it yet. All right. And last but not least is our wrestling retrospect. This is when we pick a superstar of our choosing and we go to their history and try to pick some obscure matches or stuff that you probably haven't seen in a while. So your pick is this week. Let me get my list.
Uh, this pick, because I again, when you picked the head shrinkers, that was somebody I was not familiar with from that time period. So what I'm going to do is pick somebody that I'm not that familiar with that we all know. Um, you know what? This might be a part two because we did a specific era of. No, no, no. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna challenge you, Mert,
Okay.
because she is the new IWGP Women's Champion. I'm gonna pick Mayu. Was Iwatani? So I'm
My
gonna pick her because I am not very familiar with her.
okay. This is number 50 of our wrestling retrospects. Mayu
Mhm.
Amatomi, right?
I think it was Iwatami. It was Tommy, something like
Okay.
that. Hmm.
Okay. All right. She's put in. So that'll be our pick for this week. So stay tuned for next week and you learn the matches we pick. All right, we'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Thank you for listening. Follow us on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Or Mark the Mic. Also follow the Recycling on Spotify and SoundCloud. There are playlists for each one, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. And like, subscribe. That'd be great. Uh, Also follow Recycling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress, so check it out.
Yep, check that YouTube out. There's a lot of video game videos on there, so check that out. Peace.